Activate is a nonprofit that is scouting scientists and engineers across the country. And we give, a select few, 50 last year. We give them fellowship for 2 years, and that fellowship provides both monetary support, coaching, mentoring, a community, um, a lot of training for them to make that transition to being the CEO of their own business. And we are all working in the area of deep tech. So that's, I guess, our lane. And not just deep tech, but deep tech for societal benefit, right? So there's a big impact driven part of what we're trying to do. So if you work backwards, start with climate as an example. I think we could probably all agree that we're racing against the clock, and we're not even close to, really getting after this problem. And we could go into reasons why, but for us to really solve this problem, we're going to need, software is not going to save us. Right? We're going to need materials and chemicals and steel in the ground. There are actual physical things that need to get built for this world that are going to help us decarbonize and decarbonize even faster than we're able to imagine today. We have to get there. That is the area of hard tech. And if you work backwards from that, there is a long kind of tortured path for an idea in this area that starts in a lab to find its way through the gauntlet of venture and other capital stacks to getting into the market. We got to all work harder to make that happen faster and accelerate. And where we introduce ourselves is at the point of probably highest risk, where private investment or even government, sometimes they're not willing to take that risk on the ideas that are coming through. So we're taking that risk. We're uniquely positioned to do that. And by doing that, we're able to actually, drive some real disruptive, transformative technologies through this pipeline. And sure, we take some of it for granted when we see companies like Fervo or Antora or 12 already out there making a lot of progress, but those weren't always the case. When they came through Activate, they were as crazy an idea as anybody else is. And this is probably the strength of our model, that we're able to provide a lot of this non-dilutive support early to take on the risk. We're de-risking the technology, we're de-risking the people.